The night is silent and the heat from the summer day slowly leaves the air. Sounds of nature surround you in this peaceful moment. But this location isn't everyone's idea of tranquility. However, that's never stopped you from venturing the quiet pathways of the old and beautiful cemetery under the moonlight. Finding a memorial bench, you decide to take a seat and allow yourself to just pause and enjoy the calm of the moment. That is until something catches your eye several yards away. Bobbing swiftly between headstones, you catch a glimpse of what looks like a bluish light. As if in a trance, your feet begin to move on their own, step by step, towards the strange light. The eerily loud echoes of your footsteps makes you aware of the lack of any other sound. Gone are the serene noises of the local wildlife. Left in its wake, a chilling stillness. It seems like the only things in the cemetery are you and that blue ball of light. Abruptly, the trance ends. Not due to any strong willpower on your part, no. What actually saves you is a well-timed phone call from your roommate, wondering where the hell you are. With the spell broken, you back away slowly and then run faster than you had ever thought possible to your car. I'm Bree.
And I'm Christiana.
Stay away from bogs and cemeteries at night.
Because you're about to hear something strange.
Welcome to episode 43, Will-O-The-Wisp.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, let me get into the sources for this episode. So we are continuing our tradition of fae-adjacent things in the month of May.
Welcome to Fairy Month.
Because May is the month of May.
Yes.
Which has something to do with fairies?
It's gonna be May.
That too. Yes, did you know 90s boy bands are also connected to the fae? Alright, so our sources here. Will-O-The-Wisps, Jack-O-Lanterns, Ignis Fatuus, which is Fool's Fire, Legends About Fire Fairies, translated by and or edited by D.L. Ashelman, and this is from pit.edu.
Is that an article or a book?
It is a blog, I think would be the correct term.
Okay.
Merriam-Webster Dictionary.
Of course.
Science Direct. We're getting some science.
Science!
PBS has a video series called Monstrum.
Oh, I have to check that out. I love PBS.
I used them for a couple of different things, like Black Eyed Kids, where I used Monstrum for.
Okay.
The Smithsonian.
Mm-hmm.
Got some legit ones.
Yeah.
I like this next one. Cat, the Lore Mistress.
Ooh.
And our favorite, Wikipedia. Honorable mention, I forgot to put it in here, Reddit.
Hey, Wikipedia and Reddit, sponsor us.
For real. Maybe one day we'll have a Wikipedia page.
Oh man, that'd be so fun.
So, trigger warning. Mentions of child death, stories of demonic encounters, fae-esq tricks, and also potential sexual assault.
Ooh.
So, what do you know about the Will-O-The-Wisp?
I know they are like little balls of light. I feel like I've heard they can have either good or negative connotations depending on the lore that you're reading. I feel like there's a version of them in Louisiana. In the bayou.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they were spotted there. And I will say a lot of the folklore I pulled from like Celtic and European.
Sure.
But I did find stories from all around the world.
Okay.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
Excellent.
Alright, are you ready to dive in?
I'm ready. Let's go.
The Will-O-The-Wisp is a flame-like phosphorescence caused by gases from decaying plants in marshy areas. In olden days, it was personified as Will-with-the-Wisp, a sprite who carried a fleeting wisp of light. Foolish travelers were said to try and follow the light and were then led astray into the marsh. An 18th century fairy tale described Will as one who bears the wispy fire to the trail that swains among the mire. The light was first known, and still is, as Ignis Fatuus, which is Latin meaning foolish fire. Eventually, the name Will-O-The-Wisp was extended to any impractical or unattainable goal.
Oh.
I had never heard that definition.
No. So that's saying, that's like a real, like this isn't word of mouth, that they found like a scientific, like this is stuff on fire.
Basically, we're going to get into that a little bit later, because it's only recently that they actually jump into some of that.
Oh, cool.
But let's talk about some of the spooky and paranormal stuff first.
Yes.
All right, so what does this thing look like? Most frequently, they're described as a small moving blue flame that hovers a few feet off the ground. It does not flicker. It's cold or cool to the touch.
Huh.
Which is the opposite of blue and fire.
Yes.
Because blue is usually really hot, right?
Yes, yeah.
Not that fire isn't normally hot.
Right, but blue is
especially.
Real bad.
Yeah. The phenomenon is seen in churchyards, bogs, and marshy/fenny areas in the summer and fall. Don't know what a fenny area is, and I forgot to look that up.
Something similar to like a glade or...
Yeah, maybe like a marshland or a bog or something.
Yeah.
God. There are a hodgepodge of different ideas on what these things actually are. So pause your reading there.
Okay.
What are some guesses to what these critters could be?
I mean, the fae, of course.
Of course.
My thought goes to ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Like a spirit, some kind of spirit. Thinking of like orbs. And cool to the touch as well. Those are my two big ones, ghosts and fae.
Okay. So
everything is ghosts and fae.
Everything is ghosts and fae. All right. So according to my hodgepodge of sources, as far as the paranormal type answers,
yes,
impish beings or tricksters, lights carried by elves, restless spirits, malevolent beings, dancing bones.
Dancing bones?
Don't know how that works. Unhappy women.
Can't women just have hobbies?
I always say I'm going to haunt someone's woods, and Judy gave me permission to haunt her woods.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, so. Unrighteous men.
Okay. Sure.
Priests who broke vows of chastity.
Oh.
Souls who escaped purgatory. Hovering souls of deceased children.
Oh.
Or ghost lights meant to confuse travelers.
Oh.
Specific to Belgium and the Netherlands, spirits of unbaptized children.
Oh.
Which is sad. So you were right. It was a lot of them are fairy creatures or ghosts.
Yeah.
Or unhappy women and unrighteous men.
Like, can't women just dance in a bog?
So, in some tales, encountering a will-o'-the-wisp means the individual has the power of foresight. I didn't quite understand if this is like, bam, you have it now that you've seen one.
Okay.
Or if it's more of like, you can see them because you can see them.
You have the power of foresight. Yeah. Okay.
So the Pitt EDU source, I'm going to quote this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is not a direct quote. Yeah, it is, just kidding. This is sometimes thought to be a device of evil spirits to draw human beings from the road when they were pursuing into some frightly abyss of misery. Oh. We were just joking about the
pit of despair.
Yeah. And then leaves them without any hope of regaining the enjoyment of happiness in the land of the living.
Oh.
So it's preying on people that are in really, really vulnerable, yucky situations.
Yeah.
And it's like, guess what?
I'm gonna drag you to hell.
Welcome to the Upside Down.
What? Yeah. I still need to watch. I almost said something strange.
Stranger Things?
Yes.
I have watched everything but the newest season, but it's been so long that I don't necessarily remember the earlier seasons.
You have to rewatch.
Yeah.
I saw part of one episode and it looked really cool.
I saw one part of one episode.
One part.
It's a good show.
That's what everyone tells me. It's like got like Goonies vibes.
Yeah, I could see that. There's also a lot of different names for the Will-O'-The-Wisp and some stories as to why. So we're going to kind of break down some of the different names, and then we're going to go more in depth with some of these stories.
Okay.
I'm going to run through, like, a lot of these are going to be like a TLDR version of the origin, and then we'll get more in depth into the stories.
Okay.
There were a lot of different folk stories about these beings.
Mm-hmm.
I did not put them all in here because we'd be here for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
I just took a sampling.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, so the most common names are Will-O'-The-Wisp, Jack's Lantern / Jack O' Lantern / Jack with a Lantern.
Wow.
Some guy named Jack.
Some guy named Jack.
Friar's Lantern, Ignis Fatuus, and I am saying it very, very Latinized because I took 4 years of Latin, so if there is like a lay way to say that, I'm sorry. Hinky Punk.
Oh, Hinky Punks. Okay, yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in Ireland, Jack-o'-lantern is a light on the sea sent to mislead people, which sounds really mean because that's not the purpose of lighthouses.
No. That's interesting that it's on the sea, considering how jack-o'-lanterns are, like, very much land.
In America.
At this point. That's what I mean. Like, you know, at this point in history and in this country.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Anyway.
Land lanterns and sea lanterns.
It's almost Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween, everybody.
In Scottish folklore, there are some phonetic pronunciations I'm going to do my absolute best with.
Oh, yeah.
So in Gaelic, the Will-O-The-Wisp is called the Chiena by Olrak.
Okay.
Chiena by Olrak, something like that. AKA sharp fire.
Sharp fire?
Yes.
That's sick.
In Wales...
Oh, God bless you.
Are you ready for me to attempt Welsh here?
Michael Sheen, help.
Send help. Elustan.
Elustan? Oh,
Elustan.
God. That was terrible.
Elustan. Elustan. Something like that. I'm sorry, neither of us are Welsh.
Yeah, no, and Welsh is an extremely difficult language.
I put blow air through teeth at L's. Elustan. Something like that.
Oh, man. Michael Sheen, come on the
Watch
podcast.
that part be right and the rest of the word is wrong. So, what is this fun named creature? It is a species of elf that corresponds with the Will-O-The-Wisp, so it's connected to them.
Ah, okay.
Somehow, or it's sometimes similar to goblins and observed dancing in marshy grounds. According to Welsh folklore, this creature breathes and light is taken from it due to farmers draining and taking over the bogs. So it's like deforestation, but like it's kind of a byproduct of like humans taking nature, and it's like destroying the creature that I can't say the name of.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's very sad, yes. Also,
no wonder they're leading travelers astray.
An easier way to say this is like, is a puka.
Puka!
Is another name for this.
That reminds me of the dog from Anastasia.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, so Germany and Poland. In these areas of Europe, the Will-O-The-Wisp is described as a mischievous gnome. Gnomes creep me out. Ever told you that?
I don't know that you have specifically, but yes, I agree.
It's the eyes. It's like the garden gnomes.
It's
like,
like
gnomes creep me out so much. Mischievous gnomes that are known to lead people astray during heavy fog or at night, and then cause them to lose their bearings and end up in the swamp.
Oh.
Don't go on the road at night.
Don't go on the road at night. I like the gnomes in Critical Role. Anyway.
This happens most frequently when, and I quote, inquisitive people choose to follow him on purpose. There is a way to avoid this, friends.
Don't do that.
Don't follow the gnome.
Part of me is like, no chance I would do that. The other part of me is like, oh, I'm cooked.
See, I say that, but like I definitely chased ghosts at Wilson. Like I saw a ghost in the hallway the one time, and I definitely chased it down the hallway.
Yes. It's hard not to be curious.
Like, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I would not follow a gnome. I'm more likely to follow other creatures.
Yes. Bigfoot.
According to legend, the best way to avoid him, or not to be harmed by him, is to stay away from the paths that he frequents, and always keep one foot on a wagon rut.
Oh, okay.
He also will sometimes help people who have lost their way and lead them home if they speak kindly to him and offer him a payment for his services.
Oh, okay.
So, like, don't be a jerk. Like, hey, like, you know, if he sees you wandering around, obviously lost, like, I get because I, you know, have no sense of direction. And then, I don't know, give him... He's not a jerk unless you... It almost seems like he is a jerk if you instigate.
Yeah.
And are not, if you're willing to pay him for his services. Which, like, if he's going out of his way to help you, I think it's okay to tip him.
Yeah. I mean, I thinking about this, you know, if I'm just vibing in a swamp somewhere with my little light, hanging out, minding my own business, and someone starts chasing me, it's not even that I'm purposefully trying to lead them deeper into the swamp. I'm just trying to get away. I'd be like, why are you chasing me?
It's like, bitch, you're gonna fall into the swamp.
Yeah. Like, you got lost in the swamp? Well, maybe you shouldn't have broken into my house. I don't know.
For real. Okay, so we're gonna go more specifically into German folklore here.
I'm just gonna have Roxy's face. Sorry. Anyway.
This is gonna be the fun part of having the video podcast. You can see how when she joins us.
True.
Because she does join us when she finishes her lick treat.
Yes.
So in German specific, the Will-O-The-Wisp, there are Will-O-The-Wisps that glide along riverbanks and edges of fields, and they're allegedly the spirits of land surveyors that were dishonest when measuring the plot boundaries. So they're like condemned, doomed to wander those boundaries of the punishment.
That would suck.
Walking in circles, walking in circles.
I'm probably so bored.
They get so many steps in. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your beard looks exceptionally fluffy today, ma'am.
That's because she just got her hair did.
Yes.
One last little bit of specific folklore here. We're going to do Norwegian.
Ooh.
This is tied into the old word for mare, which is interesting. Like, so a mare is a female horse.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to try. Like, I hit my, like, I hit my window with trying to do Gaelic and Welsh.
You attempted Welsh. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll forgive you.
So I tried.
You did the most.
So, but this word came from the fact that a lot of times the motion of the Will-O-The-Wisp is similar to a horse cantering.
Oh, that's so soothing.
Yes, I love it. All right, so before we get into some of the stories from antiquity.
Yes.
And I have a Reddit encounter, and it is hella long, so I only put one in.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts, questions, concerns? Speak now or hold your peace.
I don't think so. My one thing I'll put at the end. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
I don't really have dates for a lot of these, so unless if there was a date, it's specified. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I don't have dates. And most of these come from either the pit.edu source or from the Cat the Lore Mistress.
Okay. Cat the Lore Mistress.
All right, we are going back to our Gaelic pronunciation here from Scotland.
Oh boy.
Chaena Biorak. So
Sharpfire.
This was first seen around 1812, so it's a newer creature.
Yeah.
It's a newer creature.
Yeah.
And it is thought to be, it's kind of sad, the spirit of a young girl who frequently is seen in the sandy plain beside the sea, but she is not seen for the reason you think she is.
Uh-oh.
In this tale, she was looking for gallium verum, which was used in dyeing and processing for clothing and other goods. And the story continues that she was trying to get an undue share of the product.
Uh-oh.
Instead of allowing it to be equally distributed. And because of that, her punishment is to be forced to roam the sandy plain due to the sin.
Okay. Is the sandy plain just like a beach?
Ow. I would think so.
You good?
She wanted to be able to look at the camera.
There we go. Good.
I would believe it is.
Yes.
Go ahead. Do you have any thoughts?
Oh, no. My thought was, first of all, I want to know what gallium verum is, if that's like a lichen or something, for the dyeing process, but that's just because I'm a weird... Also, my brain went to that's going to be very sad, but she was...
No, it was like she was just being punished for...
She was being a little greedy.
Yeah, she didn't... I mean, if she died in that process, it wasn't in the story. It was like, you're stuck here now afterwards. Good luck.
She's just living her whole life, like, completely forgot about this instance. And then, like, at the end of her life, she's just like...
Pop down.
What's happening?
You know, we've reached the time of the year when you and I dress like it's different seasons. Because this happened last spring and summer, too. Where you were, like, in a tank top, and I had, like...
Yeah, we're in full... Will we say it's full spring right now?
It is spring, because we had the vernal equinox.
Oh, that's true. We're in spring.
Equinox, yeah. I'm just very, very cold-blooded.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
What does it look like?
Lady's bed straw.
Oh, that is pretty.
A fragrant... This is per AI overview, forgive me. A fragrant perennial herb with clusters of small yellow flowers, known for its historical uses in bedding, as a dye, and in traditional medicine. That's cool.
Nice.
Lady's bed straw. Okay.
Oh, so from the Netherlands, one story tells of a man walking from Molenbeek to Grand Chauvin and crossing a field late one evening. He suddenly came across 3 will-o'-the-wisps, or did they come across him? I'm not sure. And they were running toward him. How did they run? I don't know.
I mean, cantering horse.
That's true. The story specifies that he was a good man accustomed to baptizing these types of creatures to redeem them.
Aww.
And he said, I baptize you all in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. He then got more than he bargained for.
Oh dear.
As he was swarmed by more than 1,000 will-o'-the-wisps looking to be baptized by the kind stranger, which he did. According to the story, he spent the entire night in the field baptizing all of the will-o'-the-wisps.
That's kind of adorable.
I just imagine him in like a field of fireflies.
Yes. Well, I had an image of, like, these little lights, but they're kind of like little kids, but they don't necessarily know what being baptized means. They just see this nice guy, and he's, like, probably, like, so nice about it. He's like, I baptize you. And the little kids are like, okay! And then they just bring all their friends, and he's like, oh dear.
I mean, that's a really cute story, though.
It is. It's kind of precious.
Well, like, I wonder if that is, like, implying the souls of unbaptized children, though.
I had that same thought as well, which is not such a pleasant story.
No. But you know what? Good on him for helping out a friend in need.
Yes.
Everyone should have that kind of spirit. I bet he is, like, the Will-O-The-Wisp's, like, MVP.
Yes, absolutely.
Good fellow.
He's their patron saint.
He's the patron saint of Will-O-The-Wisps.
What a good guy.
I know, right?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was a heartwarming story.
It was. I feel like we both needed that.
We did.
We needed that. I have an image of an art piece now.
Ooh, we should do that.
Yeah.
Estonia.
The
next story takes place on a winter evening. A person was driving, think horse-drawn vehicle, home when he was crossing the Parika Moor and noticed a small blue flame near the side of the road. So he decided that he did not want to engage with this blue flame and urged his horse to speed up and get away from the light.
Good for him.
The horse had other ideas and decided it was not going to take another step forward.
Oh.
Realizing that he was in danger, the peasant decided to get off the sled and see what was going on. And luckily, the horse didn't move because what he found was an open pit with deep water on both sides, right in front of the horse.
Oh.
He then realized that the glowing light was now as large as a pitch torch and joined by two other lights. The peasant yelled out, "Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, what is happening here tonight?" And just as he uttered those words, the horse jumped forward and he was barely able to get back on the sled, and the horse made its way down the road. The story states that he called out to God just in time.
Can I just be really immature for a minute? I'm so sorry. He literally said, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on?
Probably.
I'm so sorry.
So, like, I have a couple of things. Like, this is, like, the person that survives a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because not only was he like, yeah, we're not staying here. He's like, okay, I'm going to think logically, how can I get the horse to move? And then he's like, oh, shit, there is a giant thing that wasn't here before. And this fire things are getting closer. I need to problem solve. Instead of, like, you know, horror movie, like, oh, I'm going to go look at them.
Yeah. He said, absolutely not. He said, Jesus Christ, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And, like, I really think it was just, like, one of those moments of he said the right thing by accident.
Yes. Yeah. Like, he just was so startled. It was like, not what I'm saying, but...
Jesus is like, I got you, friend.
It's like, don't worry, babe, I got you.
You pocket dialed me, but I still got you.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Our next one comes from Germany, and the location is the southwest side of the Ihauer forest and a large overgrown swamp. So, there was a chapel on a hill, which is now a monastery according to the story, where all Christians would go to pray and confess. This story, trigger warning, specifically includes young girls. Oh. So we have a sexual assault trigger warning in a second.
Yeah, don't like that.
The priest was apparently a POS.
Great.
And I quote, presented the young maidens with more than just mass, he defiled them.
Oh, God.
Eventually, his being a horrible person caught up to him.
Good.
And the earth opened up and swallowed him when his sinfulness became unbearable. That should not have just been, like, that should have been the first time. Like, that should have been before the first time. It shouldn't have been, like, multiple women.
Correct.
Anyways, ever since then, the Will-O-The-Wisp hangs out in this area and is a sign of his punishment.
Oh.
So it's like a punishment. Like, I don't know if he is the Will-O-The-Wisp or the Will-O-The-Wisp is guarding where he is in the underground.
I like the idea of the Will-O-The-Wisp being the guardian of the place. That was my first thought versus him turning into one.
Yes.
I guess some of the research did say it could be malevolent spirits.
Yeah, some of them could be bad. Some of them are more trickstery. And this one, it was like one that was sent as a punishment or guardian.
Yeah, I like that. I like the guardian.
Do you want to hear some jack-o'-lantern stories?
Yes! I love pumpkins. Pumpkins are some of my favorite part of fall. I had like 6 jack-o'-lanterns at my house last year.
I remember.
I broke a knife because I carved so many.
I was there when
you were
you
there
broke
when
the
that
knife.
happened.
It was a great time.
I was like just sitting there like sawing away, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I'm sitting there and just holding a handle. I'm like, what's happening? The blade was stuck in the pumpkin.
The pumpkin has the knife now. Ready to go back to Scotland?
Yes.
In this telling, the spirit belonged to a blacksmith who was not able to get admittance into hell or heaven.
Oh.
He begged for even a single ember to warm himself due to it being very cold.
Mm.
At long last, he acquired an ember and has gone wandering around with it ever since. I'm going to take a direct quote because there's some interesting context behind the story. A special interest of this story is that it tells against common tradition of a cold hell, a tradition one soon learns to accept in this area of Scotland.
Okay.
The land of cold, mist, and sweeping winds, and damp and drafts and rain, where even the nether regions with fire in them have a suggestion of comfort. Hell is therefore discouragingly known as the place of the winds of the cold passage or the winds of the cold channel. So in this particular area and particular folklore, hell is cold.
That's really interesting.
So that's why he needed a little lantern. So like he was like kind of walking around but couldn't get in.
Okay. So he was kind of almost in like purgatory, I guess you could.
Still on Earth.
Oh, he was still on Earth. Okay.
He was like he was like on this plane but still kind of affected by the cold of hell.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, ready for Wales? We're back to Wales, and I'm not going to try and say more Welsh.
Yeah, no, don't try to say more Welsh.
All right, this is one that I pulled a direct quote from. This is one of the apparitions of night and one of the most mischievous and tricky of the ghostly family. What form or color he has, we know not, as no one has ever clearly seen him. His lantern has been seen, and he has been heard splitting his sides with laughter at his own tricks. And the perplexity of those whom he might have led astray. And people say that his laugh was not unlike the loud sudden neighing of a horse.
Huh.
So he's seen on dark nights and carrying a lantern on the sheep paths looking for sheep. Or is he? Legend says he begins by appearing like a small speck of fire that is clear and blue. He moves in front of an unsuspecting traveler, and then the light grows very bright, essentially blinding them. After incapacitating them, he leads them where he pleases.
Oh.
It does seem like it is more prank-centered, and the people return eventually miles away from where they should have been, hopefully.
Oh.
This is another quote I'm taking directly. Stories are related of men who have been led miles out of their way in this manner, especially young men going to see their sweethearts on dark winter nights.
Oh. Ooh.
That sounds a lot like a boogeyman tale of don't sneak out and see your girl.
You're gonna find a sheep.
You're gonna be taken by Jack and the Lantern.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for? Did you have any thoughts about the ye olden time folklore?
I think it's interesting how the horse symbolism keeps coming up because in Norway, it's described as like a cantering motion,
which makes sense because it is kind of seen like floating,
bobbing along, and then this guy. He laughs and it sounds like the neighing of the horse. Like that's just it's curious how it kind of crosses regions like that.
And for you non-horsey people, cantering is a very floaty motion.
Yes, it's
very like think of a rocking horse.
Oh yeah,
because a rocking horse makes a canter.
Mm-hmm. It's the classic when you hear a horse running in a movie. It's
all right, are you ready for some Reddit?
Let's go.
All right, so this is from our Backwoods Creepy.
I love it.
I know, I didn't know it existed.
Backwoods Creepy.
And the user is Woodlarkers.
Oh.
All right, so Will-O-The-Wisp sighting, southern UK. This is a long one, so buckle up. Sometimes experiences can only be described as falling outside of the realms of normality, and it's like you're being given a glimpse into another world. We had some time to kill between running errands one evening, so headed up to a high spot overlooking the forest while we waited. It was a couple of hours after sunset. We had hoped to see some wildlife that would normally get scared off during the daylight. There were roadblocks on some of the lanes because of trees falling, so apart from us, the car park was completely deserted, and this viewpoint was just ours for the night. It's next to an old holloway, a prehistoric trackway, and the area is littered with ancient burial mounds and the remains of occupations of the Iron Age, Roman, and Saxon times. My husband, call him A, had brought a high-powered torch, British word for flashlight for us Americans, to shine into the edge of the woods to see if any eyes lit up from the wildlife. Because, okay, side note, like, that's a great way to find. Eye shine is a great way to find if something's in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Tapetum lucidium.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's how you pronounce that. I was a little concerned at first. I thought he was shining it in his own eyes to save his own. I was like, oh, buddy, don't do that.
You can see all kinds of things. All right, back to the story. It's always amazing to shine a light into the darkness and see the eyes of a rabbit, a deer, or hares shining back at you. Tonight, though, there was nothing, which was incredibly unusual. We could only hear distant tawny owls calling every now and again, and see the occasional silent, dark shape glide in front of us. The place felt a little uneasy, watchful. Nearby on my left, there was an occasional creak of something rubbing, like a hanging sign being swayed by the wind. We know that patch inside and out, there's nothing there to make that noise. Besides, there wasn't even a breeze. A, said the husband, half joked about it being a ghostly gibbet. And actually, it's exactly what it did sound like. There are often strange things in the woods. You sort of learn not to question it too much. You just accept things for what they are. I really didn't feel spooked, but just a bit aware of it, particularly as the sound was centered at the ancient crossroads. Sitting in the van, we listened for sounds of wildlife. Even the owls had quieted, and everything became still. We sat in silence until suddenly a wind whipped up from behind us, out of nowhere, through the trees. As soon as it had started, it was gone. It felt odd, like something passing through, then back to quiet. With our eyes tuned into the darkness, we sat looking over the woodland. There was a strange noise to the right, like an animal calling, but nothing recognizable. The sound was followed by snapping branches. We know most woodland animals call, but have no idea what this was. So, we just kept cool about that. Yes, we said, probably just some kind of owl. A shone his torch in the direction of the sounds, only for it to go dead straight away. It had a brand new battery that evening and had been working perfectly when we first arrived. It's never failed before or since, for that matter. So the odd feeling stayed. There were a couple of dim lights on the horizon in the distance, and over to the right was a tiny section of faraway road with occasional glimpses of tiny headlights or the red of taillights briefly showing. The main view ahead was literally just darkness. As we stared into the blackness, a small light came into view near the treetops. It looked reminiscent of a glowworm or an ember from a fire that persists into the night sky, only brighter. It moved in one direction, kind of higgly-piggly, and made its way slowly but with purpose. It started from nowhere in the woods, just appeared on the left within our field of view, and slowly moved to the right. Strangely, it appeared to be broadly following the route of an old trackway, which only exists today in disjointed fragments of the path, and the telltale lines of trees marching through modern-day fields. The light followed the route smoothly for a while and then stopped. When it stopped, it seemed to glow brighter. It was unusual because it was consistent and unobscured, not broken like it would be if it was carried by a walker, but high up like it was floating just above the treetops. The way it stayed consistent made it seem certain it was a lot higher than the paths in the woods, or would have been obscured by the trees. This was bright and close. It was within the area of the woodland, but not on the ground. It was staying in one spot now. As I stared at it, I began to realize that it looked as if it was moving in a different way, swaying. I doubted myself at first, because there were so few points of reference. Were my eyes playing tricks? I looked a little closer. Minutes passed, no doubt about it. It was swaying. I saw A reach for his glasses and knew he was watching it too. We looked at each other. That's a bit weird. The movement looked strange, and I began to wonder more about the source of it. Running through the possibilities in my mind, I dismissed it being attached to a building, and besides, In that direction, there are only farms and much further away on a much lower ground. It was high, pretty much at the same level, parked on a hill. Could it be a person carrying a torch? No. It simply wasn't moving in the right way, and besides, it was unwaveringly pointing toward us. It didn't change angle or dim, it just didn't fit. We both agreed it was swaying, a big, slow sway in a large arc of several meters at least. As we stared at it, it continued moving from left to right to left to right, like a pendulum. Rhythmic. It made no sense. Although the light looked very powerful, it wasn't illuminating anything at all. It itself was highly visible and impossible to miss. But it wasn't illuminating any branches surrounding it, a trunk below it, or any other trees. It was nothing showing but the light itself. It was a light that drew you in because it couldn't be explained anyway. Mesmerizing. We both know these woods really well. At all times of the day and night, on the paths and further off tracks. We know the terrain and the tall trees, Douglas firs, Scotch pines, beech, and oaks. Even during the winter, the path can't be seen from where we are, but the treetops can. The light was definitely at the tree canopy height, yet not suspended from the trees. As time went on, nothing changed. We watched it for nearly half an hour. The light just continued to sway and shine, unabated, until, eventually, time dictated that we needed to make our way back. A switched on the engine and the headlights, ready to move, and almost instantly, the light was extinguished. There was no dimming, no hesitation. It was simply on, and then it was off. Bizarre. It was as if the connection had been severed. The moment was over. We drove down the lane to the far end, following the edge of the woods for nearly a mile, then turned down the road and drove past where we had parked on the way to our destination. As we passed the trees, especially in the area of the car park, we looked for the light, but there was simply nothing at all. It's taken a couple of months to process and make sense of it, but the only explanation we can come to is that the light over the woods was really a will-o'-the-wisp. What do you think?
I don't like that it was at a crossroads.
It's a demon.
That's kind of instantly where my brain, like, it's at a crossroads, and then that big wind that they said it felt like something was sweeping through.
Yeah.
Like, that feels like it was, like, put out to lure you.
Do you know what it felt like to me? An alien. Because it was above
Yeah.
the canopy.
Yeah.
It was a demon
That's true.
or an alien.
A demon or an alien. It was a giant anglerfish demon. That was his little, like, light trying to, like, lure you guys in.
But and I guess those were paths that were used by, like, some of the ancient peoples.
Yeah. That's really cool. The, like, how old that area is.
Yeah.
That's
super
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I figured that was a really well written encounter.
Yeah.
It was so well written that it makes me doubt it a little bit.
Yeah. Could be a little bit of storytelling in there.
So we already talked about the spooky ones, so let's get into the more sciencey ones.
Okay.
Because we believe in science here.
Science! And spooky.
I have both on the science guys theme song stuck in my head. Sorry. For a long time, scientists have suspected this phenomenon may have been from flammable methane gases produced by decaying material. It's unclear exactly how ignition occurred, because a lot of times it's cemeteries and bogs. New research suggests that the flickering light could have been caused by tiny lightning bursts that jump between microscopic bubbles.
Oh.
So there was a whole article, I didn't go into it because it's very sciencey.
Yeah.
But like they showed how it ignites. So they figured out what will-o'-the-wisps are.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
I mean, it doesn't explain some of the stories.
Right.
But it can still be spooky if you want it to be.
Like our guardian friend.
Yeah.
And our friend that was
Baptizing everyone.
Baptizing the wee ones. The wee firefly ones.
The wee fireflies. Right, for some interesting facts?
Yeah.
So even though a lot of this episode focused on British Isles and Europe, some of my sources provided stories from all over the world, like every single continent.
Okay.
And according to Wiki, there are sightings in the Bridgewater Triangle.
Hey,
so why is that exciting?
That's in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And we've mentioned this podcast how many times now. The podcast, or I guess you call it an audio drama, Bridgewater. Yeah. What's up, Misha Collins? We love you. Hey, Judy. I just realized we haven't mentioned her.
We haven't mentioned Judy.
We haven't mentioned Judy.
Hi, Judy.
While I'm shouting people out.
You haven't shouted out yet?
Blake Roman, come on the podcast.
Please.
I have to sing it every time. Please.
I usually say or else, but I'll say please.
Or else. You know what? I'm gonna do this one too. Talis and Jaffe, please come on the podcast.
Do you want to go to pop culture from that?
Yeah.
Alright, so Dracula. It is mentioned in the novel Dracula.
Cool.
Did you ever read that novel?
No, I want to. I've not read it.
Okay, so like I did a whole paper in high school about like how Dracula influenced. I was in AP English. How Dracula influenced other like later vampire fiction.
Okay,
So
sure.
I was really, really into the not the show, but the True Blood books.
Okay,
I
yeah.
had the whole series before the show came out. Actually, I never really watched the whole show, but I was really, really into the Southern Vampire Mysteries, which is the series that True Blood is.
Oh, is that what the book series is called?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not realize that was a different name, so I will have to, because I would like to read that series at some point.
Because True Blood is the name of the substitute blood, so spoiler, I guess, the reason the vampires could come out and be like
Part of human
citizens of the
society.
world was because they didn't have to like drain real blood anymore. The True Blood was like close enough
To be a life-sustaining force for them.
It was a brand. It was like a way to do blood transfusions for when they were short on, like, if I remember correctly, it was made in the series because it was like someone discovered how to make artificial blood for like blood transfusions and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, oh, we can eat this.
Oh, cool. Oh, I need to read these.
Just a heads up, they are incredibly spicy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like that, the show, like it's on the same level as the books, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, I have definitely heard that, but I love when people take folklore and just play with it and like build off of it and build their own world. It's so fun.
But yeah, I really liked that series when I was in high school.
Yeah.
All right, Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Oh no.
Milton.
Yes, Milton.
Mm-hmm.
John Milton. Yeah,
I was
okay, yes.
correct. Okay. Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, okay.
Harry Potter.
Yes, Hinky Punks.
Mm-hmm.
Hinky
The
Punks.
Never-Ending Story.
I have not watched that. I never will watch that.
That's one with the dragon.
I know.
I'm asking.
Yes, it is. It was with the dragon, but I also. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched. I've never watched Neverending Story, but I know this because it's been spoiled for me.
That's really sad.
I know what happens to the horse, and I will not watch it.
All right, moving on. Spiderwick Chronicles, which I think I read one book from, but I don't remember it.
I never read the books. I watched the movie.
Okay. The Disney Pixar movie Brave.
Oh, I watched that when it came out. I can't remember it though.
I liked it. I don't remember how Will-O-The-Wisp fall into it, but I liked that movie. According to the lore mistress, are you a Pokemon person?
Not really.
Isn't that wild that we managed to grow up in the 90s and not, like, Pokemon, okay, for you kids, for you youngsters here, you could not throw a rock without hitting a Pokemon.
You're right.
Like, they were everywhere. There was this penny candy store in the town I grew up in, Fleetwood. And I remember there being, like, Pokemon things, like, there was decorations. Like, Pokemon was huge.
Oh, yeah. And it's kind of funny. Were you ever a Pokemon person?
No, but I know people that like Pokemon a lot, and I really liked the Eevees, the foxes.
And Ponyta.
And
Rapidash.
I liked the horsey ones, and
yes.
I liked the fox ones.
It's kind of funny because we're both, like, such nerds, too.
Mm-hmm.
That
kind of nerd.
Yeah.
My one friend who used to work at Target with me said that I was, compared me to a Psyduck because it always had a headache.
Oh, my God.
So I have chronic migraines.
Damn.
In the Pokemon movie, the Will-O-The-Wisp is commonly associated with the Kitsune, based on the Pokemon...
Vulpix.
Vulpix. I was just so happy that I got Kitsune.
Kitsune.
Yeah, because those are like they're like fire foxes.
Oh.
They're like the fox in Japanese folklore.
Oh, okay, I did not know
so,
that.
like, Tails, I think, from Sonic would be one, technically.
Oh,
and
okay.
so how do you say that Pokemon? Vulpix? Vulpix would be one, like, because Eevees would be one, too.
Yeah, because they're like a fox.
Mm-hmm.
What does a fox say? I'm so sorry.
What a flashback. Okay, so some video game stuff. I also don't play video games. These last couple ones are things that, like, I don't know about, but I threw them in there because I'm sure some of our listeners do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure most people like Pokemon. We're just the weird ones out here.
Yeah.
the video games Diablo 2, which I've heard of that one, and the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Squirrels.
Diablo 2 and the Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
Never played those, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, same.
I'd be surprised if they weren't in Supernatural or Bridgewater.
Will-O-Wisp?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Supernatural. I don't think they're directly No. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Supernatural?
Sorry, I was thinking in Bridgewater.
Oh.
Or they're not quoted at, like, the words Will-O-The-Wisp are not stated, but lights are constantly referenced.
Okay, this is like a fever dream, and I am slowly rewatching Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the first time. I usually start my rewatch when Castiel comes in.
Yeah.
But I'm starting from the ground up.
Oh, bless you. 13 seasons?
15!
15 seasons. I always forget that.
15.
I should remember that. 15 is my favorite number.
You should. I'm having like a fever dream memory of there is a Fae episode of Supernatural. I guess if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead, but this might not even be real anyways. It's like a fever dream memory of like Dean blowing up a fairy in the microwave.
Oh, dear God.
I'm going to Google this to make sure I'm not making that up later.
He's going to have the whole Unseelie court after his ass.
I don't think it was actually a fairy. I think it was something else pretending to be a fairy.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't remember where in the series this falls, to be honest.
That's creative.
But I remember it being in the mic. I'm going to have to look this up and make sure I didn't make this up. But I'm pretty sure there is like a fairy episode of Supernatural.
Everything happens in Supernatural.
Supernatural happens in Supernatural.
Sure does. Supernatural happens in Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo happens in Supernatural.
Yes. I want to know how they got away with the Scooby-Doo crossover episode, because that is entirely different vibes.
Oh, it was animated.
Yeah, I know it was animated, but it was like...
It's just... The later seasons get bonkers. Like, the later seasons of So the first season is very Monster of the Week. It's very horror movie-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And then it slowly gets more and more unhinged as you make your way towards season 15.
Mm.
And that might have been in season 15, because season 15 was the most unhinged season, I think.
Okay.
Like, so, it got more and more unhinged as the series went.
Okay.
But there is some unhinged things in earlier seasons.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a racist truck at one point, a racist ghost truck at one point.
Oh, God.
In one of the early seasons.
Is it a pickup truck or like a... Why do I feel like I remember this?
This is when, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the psychic Missouri... Her name is Missouri?
Yes, I loved her!
We're not gonna say what happens there. But, like, there is some unhinged stuff early on, and then you have ghost facers eventually.
I need to keep watching it. I think I got into season 2, and then I kind of, like, took a break and turned something else on, and I just haven't got back into it yet.
I've seen all of it. Yeah, I've seen it all.
I really want to meet Castiel. Because I love Misha Collins.
Like, you want to meet Misha Collins, or you want to meet Castiel?
I mean both, but specifically in this case, I want to meet, like, the actual character Castiel, because I've heard so much, and I want to...
Oh, because you haven't gotten there in the series yet. Now I see what you're saying.
I haven't gotten there, and...
I love Castiel. He's my favorite.
Yes, that's what I hear everyone say, and I'm like, I need to see him, because I adore Misha. Not that the other actors aren't good, but, like... Misha Collins is such a good actor, and I just need to see him playing this character.
What do you talk about in your podcast? How much we love Castiel.
Yes.
He is the patron angel of the podcast.
Yes. We can add him to our statue garden.
We can Misha Collins would love that.
Oh my God, he'd be obsessed.
He would come on our podcast then.
Misha Collins, please come on the podcast. Oh, that's full circle for me.
That would be so funny. I bet he would be a blast.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any closing thoughts? You wanted to add in your Louisiana thing here.
Yes, I do remember. So at the beginning of the episode, I said I felt like there was a Will-O-The-Wisp, Will-O-The-Wisp-esque creature from Louisiana, and I remember it was from a Morbid episode. So everyone take a drink of water. It was Le Fou-Follet.
That did come up in my research.
Oh, okay. That's it. I remembered it because when we were, like, very beginning of everything, when you were saying it could be the spirits of unbaptized children, that was something very specific to the Le Fou-Follet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was one of the things, because it listed, like, so many. I'm like, I'm not going to put all of these in here.
Yeah, no, it'd just be way too many.
Yes.
It's cool how it crosses so much. Like, there's so many names, so many regions. And
they're all somewhat, like, it's either ghost, someone being punished, or fae.
Yeah. Like, it's pretty consistent across.
Those are your choices.
Yes, those are your choices.
Ghost, someone being punished, or fae.
The 3 genders.
The 3 genders. Alright. I didn't write answers for the questions, so we're just going to go with it.
Alright. What drew you to this topic?
It's a fae-like thing. I know we've mentioned them before. They came up in the Hawk Mountain episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. I made it through the entire episode. When I was younger, like little, I confused them with whippoorwills. It's a bird, and I was so confused. And I'm like, they're real. They're a bird.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not fire.
So you wanted to figure out the difference between the two.
And I've known for years they're different. But like when I was younger, I also confused Abraham Lincoln and Abraham in the Bible, and I was very confused about that for a long time as a child.
Oh, that's kind of adorable. I'm not gonna lie.
I was so confused. I was like, but how does time work? He's time traveling.
I feel like all of us asked that at one point. What is time? Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Exactly.
David Tennant, come on the podcast. Was there anything you wish you could have researched more into?
Not necessarily research, but we could have an entire episode of just Will-O-The-Wisp stories.
Yeah, that could be fun.
There were so many that I didn't get to.
Yeah, maybe a bonus episode.
Mm-hmm.
Could be fun. What did you find the most strange about this topic?
Some of the stories, like, I liked how they were almost humorous.
Yeah.
Like, the guy baptizing all of them, he's like, oh my god. He's like, okay, I got you, you're good. And I was like, there's more.
He's like, oh no.
Oh.
What have I done?
Like, when you feed, like, you give one horse a treat, and then you have 20 around you.
Yes. I went to seagulls.
Seagulls. Oh, there's birds everywhere.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't even real.
Yeah. Well, I guess this probably wraps up our conversation about the Will-O-The-Wisp.
And not the whippoorwill.
And not the whippoorwill.
Well, strangers, it's time for us to part ways.
Until we meet again, don't follow balls of light in a cemetery, no matter how pretty they are.
We'll be back again soon with another
Something Strange. Do, 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 do.
I don't have anything witty to say at the end of this.
We just read my unhinged accidental text message.
If you want to make something fun that doesn't make any sense, just sing it to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire. All right, we can end this.